We're going to learn how to propagate this Neon Pothos realistically and simply right at home. My name is Priscille Joseph. I am a wellness designer and I love propagating because it's the easiest, funnest, and most rewarding way to grow your plant collection. And I'd like to say it's probably the best way of using what you have at home to grow plants. This past year, I've taught hundreds of children and adults about the art of propagation, and I should say the art and science of propagation. And today, I'm going to be teaching you how to propagate right at home. Now, the first way to learn to propagate is understanding what plant you have in front of you. And so this Neon Pothos, understanding that this is a trailing plant or a vining plant, and it has different vines growing, and on its vines you have something called the node. I'll try to get really close for you to see the node, and this right here is a node, right? So the three things that you're going to need to learn how to propagate today is scissors. Now, I usually use regular scissors with children and not cutting shears. That's because we're practicing scissor safety, but these scissors we purchase specifically to cut and propagate plants. And you have a clean, empty jar. This one, we used to have jam in there, and so we washed it with soap and water. And of course, your beautiful plant. Okay, so again, I'm going to locate the node. And the node is where the roots are going to grow. So here you see three little pieces here, three little nodes. And therefore, the roots are going to grow around this area. Now, I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut where there isn't any node. So I wouldn't just cut this leaf right here because there's nowhere for the roots to grow. And it's where the nodes, that's where their roots are stimulated to grow. And so for this one, I'll cut it right underneath the leaf so that way it can be a clean cut. And I cut it on a diagonal. And here we are. This is my propagated bunch right here. Let's move this out of the way so you'll be able to see. And this is what I propagated today. Now, in order to properly propagate, there are, let's see, I have a node down here. I have a node up here. So I'm going to pull this. Oh, actually, if you can take a look here and you see this is actually cracking. The stem's actually cracking. So I will cut it off. And I will try to propagate. I don't know if this will work, but who knows? Let's try to propagate this because the roots would actually grow from here. And then here, the roots aren't going to grow from here because there isn't any node. The roots, in fact, are going to grow from here, which therefore means I need to get rid of this leaf right here because this will be submerged underwater. And I might want to, let's see, remove this leaf as well, so that there are multiple opportunities for roots to grow here as well. So then I'm left with this right here. Let's have two spots where it'll be submerged in water and my roots will grow from there. Now at about 8 weeks, your little cutting is going to grow lots of roots. And once the roots grow, we can just plug it back, plant it back. We can plant it back inside and grow a bushier plant. And so I'm going to make a hole so that way the roots can go in. There we go. And there we go. Every plant grows differently at a different speed based on its environment. And so you can anticipate to start seeing little roots grow within a 6 to 8 week range if it's receiving the appropriate amount of light and humidity to grow. Now, one common mistake is to put your plant in direct sunlight. You do not want to put your cutting in direct sunlight. Another common mistake is not identifying where the node is and having a plant without a node. A cutting without a node is not going to grow root. Now just remember, propagation doesn't have to be perfect. You are actually giving the opportunity for plants to thrive and grow, and be patient with yourself because propagation is an art. And the more you become comfortable with propagating your plants, the more plant babies you'll be able to grow.